Oh, say hi to the Facebook people.
What's up, everybody?
Hello, 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 everybody. It's me. I am back today. I hope everyone is doing well. Boom, here we go over here. And damn, I'm good.
Yeah.
Joey, push in, push in. Give me 2 seconds. Say hi to everyone. Hey, everyone. So people that are joining us right now, this is Joey B. Joey, kick your music for a second.
What's
I want
up,
them to
everybody?
understand why you're here.
I woke up with a question in my head. Is the road or what's the plan? I'm walking on my feet, don't understand.
I'm available on all streaming platforms. Spotify, I'm under JB3, Apple Music, JB3, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, JB3 everywhere.
No clue what to do. I'm stumbling through. Asking who I wanna be, but I'm blinking the birds like a mystery. I'm chasing shadows, but they're chasing me. Oh, every sign I see feels upside down.
And I'm back. I am back. Hello, hello, hello. What's up, lady? This is my boy Joey.
What's up,
What is
everybody?
going on? So listen, we're starting out with Joey's little riff session and on his tunes. So play that up, Joey. Play that up. Let me hear the beats.
I'm stumbling through.
Should have brought my speaker.
I could have linked on over here. So listen, Joey, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it.
I'm
Listen,
happy to be here.
thank you,
Yes.
brother. All
Yes,
love,
same.
always respect.
Always.
So listen, so today, I was just sitting around, got a little stressed out, and it's just crazy day today, crazy work day. And I said to Joey, what are you doing? He says, I'm doing my music. I said, you know what, Joey, why don't you just come on down, sit with me for a second, and wanted to talk to Joey. So I want to introduce Joey. This is Joe Bevere, very old friend of mine, even though he's like 2 years old. And thank you so much for joining us today, Joey.
Happy to be here.
So listen, today's episode is for anyone who feels that pull inside them, that quiet voice that says this isn't it. My guest today did what most people are told to do. Went to school, followed a path that made sense on paper, but somewhere along the way realized his heart was somewhere else, and it's in music.
Yes.
Now, did I sum that up in 3 categories correctly, Joey?
That was pretty spot on. It was
So-
it's always been music, but growing up I had more of a traditional upbringing, growing up playing sports, going to school obviously, and
So what sports did you play?
I played hockey and baseball, and then I played hockey at St. John's Prep, and then I went to a prep school, Hebron Academy, and I played hockey up there as well.
Praise the Lord.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, Joey, let's just talk.
Yes.
So you went to college, right?
Yes. I went to UMass Amherst.
That's what the
Yes.
zoo?
The zoo.
The
yes.
zoo.
I had a great time at the zoo. The zoo is a great place, and a lot of great memories there.
Awesome, Joey. So if you don't mind, can you share your age?
I'm going to be 25 next month.
25. I got
Yeah.
underwear that I still
Yes.
have that's older than you. And half of the people that listen to my podcast or catch it later on are way older than you, Joe.
Yes.
You're not even a thought.
I'm halfway to 50 in a
Oh
month.
my God,
Crazy.
half in a month.
In a month.
So, Joey, your major was what?
Economics.
Economics, Joey. Can you tell me a little about economics? Because I don't understand what the field is.
Micros, macros. I went to college really just for the experience, and then obviously,
So whoa.
having a
You said
degree.
micros and macros. I know that in cheeseburger.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about?
Microeconomics, macroeconomics.
Oh, big words, bro.
Yeah.
Big words. So
School, college I got by. I wasn't a straight A student, but I passed all my classes. I graduated. But
respect.
my real love has been music, and it's always been. And just starting to put myself out there, which I did in 2021 in college, starting to put out my music on all streaming platforms and really just committing to my dream and my passion.
Joey, move that towards you a little, like swing it out a little more.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. I'm just catching it. No, just swing it like I didn't mean swing it like that. Swing it more to me. Yep. There you go. Perfect. That way we get your beautiful little face and your nice Bevere hair.
Yes.
All
Get
right.
my hair from my father.
There you are. Though
Yeah.
we won't bring him up. We'll bring up his father at the end of it.
Yes.
So go ahead, brother. I'm sorry. So you basically you start out with economics.
Yes.
Now, what are my choices of words that I'm gonna do? Was this your pick from the beginning? Like all of a sudden you're getting ready for college. So I know for me, my whole dream was because I got bullied when I was younger. I wanted to do something to protect the people. I wanted law enforcement.
Yes.
So was that your dream to go to school and just all of a sudden pick economics?
No, my dream's always been music. Like even in high school, like when I was playing high school hockey at St. John's, like I wanted to make music, but at that time, I didn't really know how to, and two, at that point in my time, I still cared what people thought about me, what people would say, and I didn't want to like put myself out there. And then when I got to college, I was ready to just, this is me, this is what I want to do, and I don't really care what people have to say anymore. I think that's like the biggest jump for anyone trying to do something new. Even like, I mean, you obviously don't give a shit what people think, but even like being on a podcast, talking and just putting yourself out there, that's something a lot of people have trouble with. And I did at the beginning, and then eventually you just got to keep going down the line and realizing it doesn't matter. You got to do you and what makes you happy. And if people don't like it, fuck them. That's how I look at it.
I love it. So listen, I want to touch base with you. Okay.
Yes.
So tell people who are beyond music.
Yes.
Where did you grow up? You don't have to give me like you grew up in the city, town, around the area, and what was your environment like? Like, were you always creative? Like, obviously, if you're a deep city kid from Boston, you're gonna have that different thing than you would from a suburban life.
100%.
So my thing is I hear your music playing.
Yep.
You definitely got some Boston beats to me.
Yes.
So I can hear that Boston beat, that swing. Like, where did you get like? I don't know the word. I guess
my inspiration.
Yeah, inspiration. See, that's more than 2 syllables.
So I grew up in Reading, Massachusetts, to 2 wonderful parents. I had a great childhood. Pretty typical, hanging out with my friends, playing sports. And growing up, I was very into hip hop music and rap music, which like Lil Wayne, Drake, and people like that. And I really just love music and the feeling that you can get from music. And my first favorite song ever was Drift Away by Uncle Cracker. And when he's talking about that song, it's literally describing the emotion I want to give people when I make my songs. Like, give me the Beat Boys and free my soul. I want to get lost in your rock and roll.
Damn right.
As a point of like everything in the world for those 3 minutes, 2 minutes when that song's playing is kind of irrelevant, and you're just feeling the happiness and the joy that song is supposed to give you. And that's something that I try to emulate in my music. And going off of that, like I was a big hip hop guy. So when I went to Hebron Academy, I took a music theory class, which was huge for me because it taught me music scales and also how to use Logic Pro, which I use now to make all my music. And from that, I just started making beats. I started making rap beats. And then the thing with that is you need someone to rap on them. And I didn't have a good network, which I've grown a little bit now. But then I ventured off from rap beats to EDM beats, where now I can drop everything myself and I don't really need another artist. And I have complete control over my songs. So I got a good review and people are liking my EDM stuff. And then hopefully down the line, I get more. I have so many beats, like trap beats. So hopefully I get a couple good rappers on those in the future. But right now my main focus is the EDM songs and stuff like that.
So what I like for your music is because I follow you on TikTok, which is JB3.
Yes, JB3.
So shout out for those that are catching it later and those of you catching it now. JB3 on TikTok. Follow him.
Beats by JB3 on TikTok, and then Apple Music, Spotify, every music platform, JB3. And then I have vocal work coming out in a month or 2 under my name, Joe Bevere III. My long-term goal for all this is I want to be the first person ever to have a successful producing catalog in like the EDM field under JB3, and then also have a good vocal catalog under my name, Joe Bevere III, which is going to be more pop and hip hop based music. So
what I like about your music, it reminds me kind of the 80s, like one of the songs that you were playing when I came in a little while ago. I love the beat of it. It just reminds me like the weather's great, everything's
Yes.
great, and it
You want
brings
to have
back.
a drink in your hand. you
Yeah,
want a
well,
drink,
for me,
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
coffee, but
yeah.
okay, all right.
Well,
So
yeah. Back
listen,
in the day, I know you were having a couple.
I want, yeah, a couple wasn't the word. So, was there a moment you couldn't ignore music anymore?
I would say when I went to Hebron Academy, I was so excited to take that intro to music theory class with Mrs. Willie. And that whole class was just my favorite class I ever had in my life. Like I learned how to play the piano in that class, the guitar, and I played All of Me by John Legend in front of the class on the piano.
Damn, that's my wedding song.
Yeah, I mean I'm rusty now,
All
but
of me. I
I
love
was
it.
practicing doing that, and just the feeling you get too from music, like even playing the piano, like in that class, it's such like a natural high that's something you want to just keep going back to and like experiencing and feeling. And just music's always been a good form of therapy for me. Like even when I was younger, just listening to songs and relating to them and realizing you're not the only one going through shit. 1,000 other people going through the same stuff. So music's just always been a form of therapy.
All right, I love it. I love it. I love it. So, what scared you the most?
What scared me the most? Well, at first was just like I said, putting yourself out there. I think it's easier said than done. You know what I mean? Like when you put yourself out there, then you have people commenting on it, and then majority too. Like the majority of my listeners, I have 22,000 monthly listeners on Spotify right now, and all of them are overseas, like the United Kingdom, Australia, Germany, and then New York and Chicago are my biggest in the states. But you got to understand that even if people around you might not like what you're selling, the world's pretty big and you got to just attack the internet and put yourself out there because you will find your audience. For example, with EDM music, it's not that big within Boston. This isn't a big EDM scene. So you got to attack places like overseas where it's more known and more like the mainstream music. And also, too, when you start going to other countries, when you have different language barriers, when you have EDM songs and like a good beat, basically, that's like a universal language between countries and you know what I mean, between languages. So it's more of a global, I'd say, genre than as much as like a United States genre compared to like pop music and rap music, which are like the forefront within America.
Let me ask you something, Joey. So, for someone at my age,
Yes.
what does EDM stand for?
Electronic dance music.
Damn right it
Yes,
does.
yes,
I love it. I love it. Did anyone try to talk you out of it?
Oh yeah, everyone.
No. Who's the main guy that tried talking you out of it?
Come
on. We know the name. We know the
my
name.
parents, but also too,
No, I never heard anything from your mom.
Yeah, my mom's very supportive, but I understand where they're coming from. Like, you know, they want their kid to have a normal, because they both had a more of a traditional path and they created a great life for themselves.
But what causes I get confused with that, especially being your parents' age.
Yeah.
When someone says a traditional path, what is a traditional path?
I'd say
this is not a job.
Go get a job with like
So
a pension.
You're basically telling me to jump on a gerbil wheel and live life for somebody else and not myself.
Exactly. Yes.
So being happy to do something is not just being happy. You're basically neglecting and building yourself for a later future.
Yes.
When you're 60, 70 years old and you're aching and you have kids and now you're taking on new accountability for school payments for your child and everything that you've never given yourself an opportunity or a chance. So is that what you're saying to me, Joe?
Well, I mean, kind of, but also I think I was very fortunate that I found my passion. I think a lot of people don't find their passion. I think you got to sit with yourself and figure out who the fuck you are and like what makes you tick and what you want to do and like what you want your mark to be on this world is. And I was fortunate enough that I found that at a young age and I realized that this is it and this is what I want to do. And I think a lot of people don't even get to that point of realizing what their passion is. And by the time they do, they might already have a full-time job. They might already be committed to whatever their life is at that point. So I think it's the first step is just sitting down with yourself and finding out what you want to do and who you are. And don't listen to other people because nobody knows what's best for yourself besides you.
25-year-old kid telling you guys that. So pay attention. I tell you that all the time, and I'm double his age.
And another thing, too, is like when you're going back about who tried to talk me out of it, I don't really take advice from people that haven't done what I want to do in life or that have any knowledge of the career path or the business side of like what I'm trying to do, because I believe like everyone has an opinion, but I don't think everyone's opinion is valid. And I think that's a good mentality to have. Even like when I was putting out my music, when I first started putting out my music, some people I knew would like shit on it, say they didn't like it. But meanwhile, I just knew it wasn't for them. And like a lot of people would have stopped. Like,
no, you're wrong, Joey.
Well,
If they were your friends, it's for them, but they just don't want to see you succeed without them.
that's true too.
It's
And
called
also,
riding along.
yeah, and then but also it's I came to terms with people that know me already have pre-ideas and conceptions of so many levels of who they think I am in their head from high school growing up. So to them to see me in this new light, they'll never be real fans. They'll never be real quote unquote supporters. And I'm okay with that. I've came to terms with that. At first it kind of pissed me off, like, oh, why aren't they supporting me? But then when you really break it down on like a psychology level, why it's tough for them to do stuff like that. And it makes sense. For example, like if you grew up with like Drake or like a big artist, like that's your boy. You'll never be like, oh my God, like that's him, the way like actual fans like
Why
look at
wouldn't
the,
I?
I mean, you would, but the majority of people don't, because the majority of people are, you're a leader. Majority of people
I'm not a
fall.
leader, man.
Yeah, but
I just want to be the wolf that makes sure the pack's taken care of.
exactly.
That's all I want to be.
That's exactly
I want to
you
enjoy
teed that
my
up
time.
perfectly, because a lot of people that follow the pack, they don't take that jump to be that leader or put themselves out there to be the leader. A lot of people just want to fall in line with society or stuff that already has motion. They don't want to be that first person to support something. That's what I've come to terms with it and realized. But
So, what do you feel doing your music has cost you? Because everything has a cost, brother.
I think well, I'd say maybe some friendships, because it hurt me at first, like when people weren't like supporting my music or even like just helping me out. Because you know how it is, like if you're my friend, I support you no matter what you do. And also too, it's free, literally free to hit a like button, to hit a repost, to reshare. It's not like I'm asking you to buy like a $40 t-shirt, buy the album. It's all
Whoa, is that a hit?
Yeah.
Was that a shout out to Eternal Valor that I
No,
own? It's
no.
a $35
I'm
t-shirt,
just,
dude. All
yes,
right?
no, I do love the t-shirt, but I'm just saying in general, it's free to support your friends, and if people are really your friends and really your boys or your girlfriends and stuff, they'll support you. You know what I mean? And some people, like I said, they just fall into society and what they just follow the herd. Like once you get motion, then they'll come around and then they'll want to be around. Oh, I always believed in you from day one and stuff like that.
Yep.
But
I remember those.
yes, it
So
happens.
So, Joe, in case you didn't know, so when I first started out in business, right? I worked for the department or whatever, and then I opened up a vitamin store.
Yes.
Everybody, oh, I can't wait till you open. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there.
Yep.
My first 3 weeks was probably my hottest 3 weeks.
Yes.
Nobody, not one friend showed up. I basically sat there in my corner trying to figure it out. My buddy Peter Morrell from ANC and Pat Katina, that owns World's Gym. Pat Katina brought me a fridge. Peter says, everything good? I says, I guess I don't have the edge you have. And he says, no, you do. Don't worry about it. It starts out that way.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, one person walked in. Next thing you know, all the people started walking in. Here's what's funny. Who followed behind all the people that didn't know me?
Yes.
My so-called friends all started showing up at the end of it all, but they didn't support me in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's why as I got older, my friends got shorter and distant from me because I pulled myself out.
Yes.
And I realized that they only seemed to support me when I grew, not while I was growing.
Yes.
So it was always a different thing. So what I'm going to tell you is I've known you for a minute and you've worked for me. You've been an outstanding person. Love you to death as fam. And always supported you. And even when me and you had the conversation and we had a heart-to-heart, we're not going to get into exactly what the conversation is. And I said to you, what do you want to do?
Yes.
And you said, this is what I want to do. And I said, screw everybody else.
Exactly.
Do for you, because this is the most vital part of your life.
Yes.
If you don't do it, you're going to hate yourself.
And regret yourself.
And what's the worst thing that's going to happen if you do it and you fail?
Nothing.
You tried.
I tried, yeah. And I enjoyed myself doing it.
And here's the funny thing is, you could be like Elvis. When you die, your music will still be living. Not that.
Yes, exactly.
So listen, I got somebody here left a like and some positive energy for this stream. I'm live at the moment as well, and I respect anyone willing to create in a real time. Thank you so much, Mark. Mad love, mad respect. That was for you. I meant respect, but it's the same goddamn word to me. Thank you, brother. Stay live and put your stream on too, bro. I'll follow you. So, listen. So, I want to get into some reality checks.
Yes.
What are the hottest things? Okay. So, when you're sitting there by yourself and you've produced and you've gone home after you produce, what's the hardest thing that you got to deal with after it? Do you overthink things? Do you think, oh my God, after you hear those cuts and those drives and the thumps and the beats, and do you go back and overthink it and go, damn?
Sometimes it's not really, I don't really overthink anymore now about making the music. I've realized and come to terms with that if after I first make it, that's usually the best form of the project, because I notice when you go back to something, you're kind of overthinking it and overanalyzing, and then you make it worse. Whether if you're changing levels in the beat, like making the main melody not as loud as it once was, or changing something in the drums. I like whatever I make, I usually just keep it. And then like after once I save it, it's set. But the biggest thing now is realizing that music, as much as you like putting out, it's a business. Marketing, I'd say, is probably the biggest thing I worry about now, where it's making content, making reels, and then posting my music online, because
CC,
you can make
give a shout out to CC.
What's up, CC? You can make music, but
Sorry.
it's tough to, if it's tough to get big if no one hears it. So you got to post it online and then run ads, and that's probably the toughest thing, because then you got to learn how to market yourself like a legit business. You're essentially a business when you're an artist. So I'd say that's probably the toughest part of it, is like the whole business side of it. The music part's easy.
So Joey, I'm not trying to take anything away from you, but I
Yeah.
do watch you on TikTok. So I'm not a stalker.
Yeah.
I just like to see where you're producing and where you're going. Now, nothing for nothing, Joey. You show me you walking into this building,
Yes.
you playing basketball,
Yes.
you running around like you're freaking McHale or
Yeah.
somebody shooting, and then
Yeah.
and then I catch you on the seat pumping your hands.
Yes.
So give me your creativeness when it comes to it. Walk me through that process, because to be honest with you, as I'm watching you walk in, it doesn't look like there's any freaking process going
Yeah.
on up here.
Well,
it just looks like you're
see-
going there, giving shout outs and high
Yeah.
fiving and screwing up.
Yes.
So what did you do where you just went in and you entered that room? Is there a different Joey when that person walks in and starts to produce music?
I'd say so. Yeah, I'm a big believer in, you have to feel what you're creating. Like you have to kind of be in that mode. Like sometimes if I like on the way to the studio, if I was listening to EDM music, I'll walk in the studio and I want to make EDM music. Or if I'm listening to trap music, I'll get into the studio and I'll make trap beats or hip hop beats. So it's really just depending on how I'm feeling that day. And yeah, it really just depends. Or if I just go through samples that I'm looking for and I find one that, excites me, then I'll just go with that. So it's really just kind of, I've learned that sometimes, like some of my favorite songs I've made, I didn't even like really want to make music that day. I just opened up my laptop and I found the sample and then I went off with it. So it's kind of just really just,
You screwed my last question, bro.
yeah, it's
But go
kind of
ahead.
like discipline. It's like the days you don't want to go to the gym and then you end up feeling really good you left the gym, So even
Speaking about the gym, Joe,
yes.
take that video off you benching, okay, dude? That's just wrong.
Yeah. Sixth place.
Sixth place.
Yeah.
Listen, do you create music for yourself first or with an audience in mind? Like, who do you touch base with? I know when I go and I do something,
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. The first person I think about is I put myself as a position of the client.
Yes.
What
100%.
my expectation is and what I feel, and I do it in my relationship. I do it, if I turn around and I broadcast myself out, I want to say, well, if I was that person, how do I see? So
Yes.
how do you do it?
I kind of trust my gut and my ear, because I believe, especially with music, your whole identity is your sound. And I think you should stick to your gut of what you like, because that ends up becoming your sound. And then other people will cater towards that sound or like that sound. I mean, I do take influences from people like John Summit, Avicii, Diplo, like big EDM artists. But I kind of think in my mind now, like if I like it and I can nod my head to it and turn up to it, I believe other people can too. Because I trust my ear and my instincts and my ability that if I like it, I feel like the majority of other people like it as well.
Okay, so now I'm going to hit you with some old school shit.
Yes.
So I remember when I was younger and you would have a group like Journey or
Yes.
Van Halen, and they would walk up to that microphone, bro,
Mhm.
and they would sing into that microphone.
Yes.
Exactly what you hear come out of that microphone is exactly what you hear as that person that sings.
Yes.
So how do you feel that from a technical version of it all, now you're using all these different types of equipment
Yes.
to mix all of it? And I'm not going to say it's not talent, because I
Yes.
think 100% it's talent.
Yes.
But like me myself, I think at times when you hear that music, gets me going, gets me around. I love your tunes. I'm gonna have you play a little in a second, but I remember the old school shit. I
Yeah,
remember how it used to be, where I could flick on something and see them sing.
I agree with that. I feel like the majority of music now, though, is very digitalized. It's not as analog or real as it once was. Everyone has effects now on their voice, auto tune, or even now big things like pitch shifting it, like pitching it up or down. But yeah, I mean, I do really like the old music too, when you could feel more of the soul in it. But I think it's just also adapting to the times. Like you don't want to get left behind, because I think it's only going to keep progressing forward with more digitalized forms of music and trying to make it sound as real. Even if you make it with a computer, trying to make it sound as real as possible, as in like it was played live. But
Okay. All right. I love it. I love it. So listen, a lot of people dream, a few people pivot.
mhm.
What gave you the confidence in this to keep moving forward in it?
I just think my journey in I started working at So Ripe Studios in Lowell. I want to shout out Nick Violets, Dom Tange Bruno, and Nick Sheenan, shot by Nick. Them giving me the opportunity to work at So Ripe has been amazing. I've been working there coming up on like a year now, and just being immersed within the music industry and meeting other people within the industry, and playing them my music and seeing their reactions, them liking my music, thinking it's good, is like very reassuring. And I had the opportunity to meet Millie's, who's one of the biggest, I think the best artist out of Boston, hands down. And because Tan shoots all his music videos, and I've been a huge fan of Millie's since 2021. And to be able to meet him and then play him my beats, and him telling me that he likes my beats, he liked that, and his team saying they liked my stuff and saying that I'm good at what I do, that right there was very reassuring to me, because my whole time I believe that of myself. But sometimes you do need that I don't want to say verification, but the what's the word I'm looking for?
No, you can't validation, but
The
verification, you
validation,
can use it.
yeah, validation from people in the industry and people you look up to and you want to aspire to be like, and have them
Absolutely.
say that you're good at what you do. That was
It's good to hear that.
It's great to hear,
It's
but
good to
also
hear
it's
it.
just very reassuring to what I believed about myself, and to hear it come from someone. Like I said, I only value opinions from people that I want to be like or aspire to be, and hearing it from someone that I value their opinion like that, that was just amazing to me. I remember leaving that night after that. I was the highest I ever been on a natural high. I couldn't sleep when I got home. That was amazing. And yeah, I'm hoping to get a song with Millie soon, and just being, like I said, immersed within the industry and networking. Everything's networking, and just making connections and just keep moving forward. And I think about where I was 2 years ago. Like 2 years ago, I would have killed to be in a position to meet Millie's playing my beats. And then now I'm in the position where I'm doing that. And then 2 years from now, I'm going to be excited to see where I'm at. So I think you got to take it day by day and like year by year, especially when you're trying to build something big, and just kind of let go of the end goal and just focus on today and focus on keep progressing. And then eventually you look back and you'll have a lot of headway.
Good comment. Love it. Love it. So, do you approach a streaming, Brandon, or collaboration differently because of your education? So, what I mean about that is your economics background and stuff. Do you think it's helped you set yourself up for this?
Like, was as in me going to school and like learning business somewhat.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because when you start doing songs with people, then you have splits when it comes down to it, and then there's percentages and stuff like that. But the main reason why I ventured off into the EDM music was because I put everything on myself. I own everything, so everything's all mine, so I don't have to deal with that. But I know down the line, as I keep progressing, that is going to be something that's going to come up. But I kind of take it as it comes, and then when I really have a moment where I really have to sit down and go over numbers and stuff. But I look at the music as collaboration. It's like playing on a sports team. You want to play with great players. You want them to be on your team. So I mean, it all just comes with the game, in my opinion.
Nice. I freaking love it. So let me ask you. This is going to be a little. So how do you deal with your doubt on days when nothing seems to be creative?
I deal with that sometimes, yeah. And there's moments when you sit there and you think like, am I making the right decision chasing this? But you just gotta think back to your original gut and your instinct that this is what I want to do and this is what I'm here to do. And sometimes look back on the small wins and the stuff that you can look for to give you hope to keep going. Like, for example, like if I have days of like doubts, like I said, I'll just think back at the time like when I met Millie's and I played him my stuff and he liked it. So it's just kind of just controlling your mindset and to choose to think positive thoughts and think the glass is half full, not half empty, regardless with everything in life, whether it's music, anything. I think you should always have a positive mindset. And I believe what you think about is like what you radiate for energy. And then that's what you attract to yourself. And that's how it comes back. So I think just having positivity, there are days of doubt where you're like, oh, am I doing the right thing? Like, what can I do to be better? But I just think that's just all part of the process. I think everyone goes through that at some point.
Nice, nice. So, what do you want people to feel when they hear a track you produce? What do you want them to vibe on?
I want them to just have a great time. And like I said, kind of forget about the world for those 2-3 minutes and just feel it and have a good time and have fun. Like the EDM music, like you said, you want to be in warm weather, drinking by a pool, hanging around chicks.
Whoa. I never said drink it.
Never drink it. Felipe doesn't drink, but for
A
people my
good
age,
cigar?
yeah, a good
Yeah,
cigar.
we'll do a
cigars
cigar.
are
We'll
nice,
do a
but,
cigar. So do me a favor while you're talking it. Give me a 20-second cut for me to vibe for a second. Put me in that pool area. Let me hear what Joey produced.
This is my new song I just dropped. It's called Stumbling Through. It's out on all platforms. I'll go to the drop so you can hear it. I'm stumbling through. Keeps asking who I wanna be. But I'm thinking of birds like a mystery. But yeah,
Nice. I like it. I like
just try
it.
to create stuff that makes me want to move and just, have fun. I think that's the majority of music. I feel like most music is a form of either excitement, feeling, relating to. So just try to give something someone can feel. Put out a song that people can feel and get some sort of emotion from, whether it's uplifting like that or some of the sad music I have to feel those moments where I felt sad and I put that emotion into the song, and hopefully people can relate to that as well.
All right, great. So, where should people follow you, and what kind of content are you putting out so people can follow you? I know you said that you're doing music, but you also do videos, also, right?
Yeah, I started doing those videos like the day in the life of the producer stuff because I was saying like when you ask like what I worry about is the marketing and like putting yourself out there and realizing that all content's good content and just trying to get people to see my page, you know what I mean? And then have them funnel that to the music, whether if they find me from a day in the life of producer or me promoting my music, just trying to get as many eyes as possible on my product that I'm selling, which is my music. So
make sure you tell Cece thank you. She said she loves it.
Thank you, Cece. Thank you. But yeah, I just say the marketing, but
all right. So what's coming next that people should be watching for in JB3?
I just dropped this new song, Stumbling Through. I'm going to be doing more reels for it, more promo videos. And then I have another song I'm winding up. It's called You're Wasting My Time. That's probably my favorite one I've made. I'm planning on dropping that in February, March.
That sounds a little emotional to me.
You're wasting my time.
Yeah. What is it? Is it something from you that you felt?
Or yeah, it's more of like just, I mean, like I look back at like, because I'm going to be 25, like I said, and I've been taking this very serious, but in the past year, I started really dialing in, like not going out as much, not spending as much money out at like the bars and stuff.
No, Joey, really?
Yes.
Oh God, no, please,
yes,
let's stop it.
Yes, but as in then putting that money and the resources I have back into my music and back into my business instead of wasting $200-300, $400 a weekend going out drinking with buddies on Friday and Saturday. So it's just. I just say more of like
you better hope your dad's not watching
but it's
that.
not about
$400, Big Joe.
But wasting time but also look back, I had great times, but realizing like you're wasting my time, but like you do love those moments. Like I did enjoy everything I did when I went out and hung out with like going out and stuff, but realizing it's time to like lock in and really put everything into this and really try to push this as far as it can possibly go.
I love it. So what would you say to someone your age who's scared to pivot?
I just say you got to do it. And it's, you get more comfortable with hearing comments. Now, like when I was in college too, like when you go out, you're around a lot more people your age and everyone's more of like a closer knit. Now everyone has jobs, everyone's more kind of in their own world. But I just say, like I said, you got to realize not everyone's opinion's valid and choose who to listen to. Like you can hear things, but are you really hearing it? Like don't let stuff get to your head and just pull yourself out there and do what makes you happy. Because at the end of the day, I look myself in the mirror and I like who I am and I'm happy with myself.
Should always love who you are.
Exactly.
It's the only one.
And that's the only thing that
no other
matters.
you.
You know what I mean? No one, you shouldn't allow other people's opinions or other people's comments. And most of the time, too, people that are making hateful comments really have nothing going on themselves. And they're jealous and they're envious that you had the balls to put yourself out there and to really do something and try something that most people won't do because they're scared of what this person's going to say, what that person's going to say, what are people going to think. And I just think you got to not care about that. Because also, too, for example, if I do really become very big, like I believe I'm gonna, there's gonna be a lot of haters.
Not believe, you know, you.
I know,
stay that way.
I know, but there's gonna be a lot more people that are gonna be hating on me if I do become big.
I'm
that
gonna
are hating
hate you.
Well, I mean,
because I've worked so hard,
yeah,
and you play stupid keyboard music,
yes.
so I'm gonna hate you, Joey.
But I mean, that's like, so if you can't deal with, like, love and hate's identical, and if you can't deal with hate on a small scale, you won't be able to deal with it once you do blow up. So you just got to come to terms with people are going to like it, people are going to hate you, but at the end of the day, if you don't make them feel shit, you're not going to have anything. You got to make them feel something, whether they hate you or love you. It's all positive because it gets attention to you, them talking about you, them sharing your stuff. You got to make them feel something. And I learned that too, just from I watched the Vince McMahon documentary. I know he really wasn't that good of a guy, but what he did with WWE is why he kept everyone so entertained was you either loved someone there or you hated someone, and that feeling kept people coming back every week.
That's what he set up.
Yeah, so it's, you got to play off people's emotions. That's like a big
I hate
thing.
to tell you, without any hate, there is no success.
Exactly.
And without hate, you're not as driven.
Yes.
So everything that you're saying is very correct. And at a young age, it's good to see that you're acknowledging it now and understanding.
Yes.
People don't make you. You make yourself.
Exactly.
You know, remember when we started this podcast thing, you were over here trying to help me set it up, right? And then everyone, I got so many acquaintances. I'm going to follow you. And you had said it, which is pretty interesting because I know what you feel. Yeah. When everyone's like, oh, yeah, it's a simple click. Just follow.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. You don't even have to watch.
30 seconds max.
Just click and follow. Oh, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to follow you. And then they'll come up to you and go, oh, did you catch that YouTube thing on that podcast? This and that. I go, are you following my podcast? Oh, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
They don't. And I understand. So now I don't even ask.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing because I did it for fun.
And it goes back to like what I was saying. You got to attack the internet because a stranger is going to support you and really root you on more than anyone that knows you.
Absolutely. And absolutely.
That's the world it is. And that's how it is. So you can either sit there and dwell on it and cry about it, or you can accept it for what it is and just keep moving forward and learn how to create a system that can help you succeed given those circumstances. So like what I do on TikTok, I have 5 fan accounts for my music where it's like house music, lover, EDM music. And those do way better when I post my music on that than if I post it on my main account.
Because that's international shit, right?
Yeah, but also like in my TikTok, it's on TikTok. I have the 5 accounts, but it's when it comes from the way I look at it is like the marketing aspect. If I'm selling my product and it looks like someone else already gives a shit about my product, it's easier for someone to want to like that and go on to it compared to if I'm marketing myself with not that big of a following yet, because it might come off as corny, cringy.
You want to hit low battery.
But if people, no problem. But if people see someone else supporting you, like I said, it's easier to follow the herd. So I look at it. If someone else looks like they care about my music and posting my music, it's more easy for people to want to follow along and like it, which I've noticed has helped a lot. Like in the past 2 weeks, I got 1,200 saves from my 5 pages. My streams are going up. I'm getting more followers. Just like I said, learning how to actually market within this business, because when you're an artist, you're competing with all the big artists as well that are already competing for attention. Like the big artists in the world that compete, they have marketing agencies working for them. They have crazy ad budgets. And you realize that now you're in their field, you're competing with them as well, even when you're a small artist. So you really got to focus on marketing and figure out how you can get to people the proper way and actually get through to them and have them see your stuff and like it, and then go from TikTok, seeing my song promo, to then go to Spotify and actually saving it and then continuing to listen to it.
I love it. I support you because I've always respected you.
Yes.
I support you because I know you're going to be successful in what you're doing and how driven you are.
Thank you.
And I feel like from 1 year ago when you started this journey, I've seen you progress so much further in a positive way.
Thank you.
I could see you changing into a man,
Yes.
and I appreciate to watch you grow.
Thank you.
And you know what? I think it's going to be an incredible journey. I
I'm
think you're going to
excited.
be like, I'm going to do nothing but push for you. And like I say, I listen to your tunes. Me personally, I got a challenge for you.
Yes.
And once again, this is my challenge. And this is out to Joe Bevere, JB3.
Yes.
I need you to grab Stairway to Heaven
Stairway to Heaven. Yep.
from Led Zeppelin.
Yep.
And I want you to switch up the vibe on it.
Oh, put it and make a dance track.
Yeah, I
I'll do
want to
that.
hear.
I'll go to the studio after this.
This
so I can
this
get
is
working
my
on that.
challenge
Yeah.
of you breaking it up. It was going to be a
Yeah.
whole lot of love, but then I was just thinking at the end when that drum,
Yeah.
I love that solo, and I'm thinking, wow, Joey could do something with that.
Yes.
So my challenge is out to you
Yes.
because I would love to have you back. I would love to turn around and hear what you got to say. And oh God, Michael Wong, I support you as long as you accept shifts when I call you.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what Mike could do with that, right?
Yeah.
Mike, he's got to make a song for you
Yeah.
saying, go home. But
going back to, I appreciate you saying all that about me in this past year. I owe a
no,
lot of
you
that.
don't appreciate it. You deserve it. There's a difference.
Thank you.
There's a difference. I would say if you're a bum and
Yeah.
you were just doing it day by day, you
Yeah.
don't. You actually strive and drive every day.
Yes.
And you're in every moment. You're always thinking about this.
Oh yeah, I
So-
stay up at night 2,
Yeah.
3 in the morning trying to sleep, thinking about this and how
So
I
that
can
isn't something to
find
be
my way to
thankful.
get my break.
Yeah, that's somebody that's driven
Yes.
and someone that's educating himself to learn even more.
Yes.
And every day is a learning. It doesn't matter
Yes.
what level you become.
Yes.
I
Always
know
being a sponge.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
always going to be absorbing everybody that's around you, and that's what I appreciate about you.
I owe a lot of that too to, like I said, working at So Ripe Studios, like being involved in that environment up in Lowell with the studio and just being immersed within the music industry in Boston. That has been tremendous to me, and just being around other people too that want to talk about music, want to talk about content, want to talk about stuff that I care about. Because growing up, most of my friends didn't really give a fuck about music or creating content, so it was kind of just a brick wall trying to get through to them or talk to them about stuff like that. So it's been a breath of fresh air this past year, having people that care about the same stuff and just being able to work together and come up with ideas. So that's been amazing. You
So
need a
let's-
team. You're stronger as a team than you are
You know
as one,
what?
obviously.
And,
but
and and not to cut you off, you just kind of reminded me something. So I had a very dear friend of mine on the podcast, unbelievable, great guy. Name is Orlando Mafucci, ex-fighter. He's one of the head people at the Encore. Orlando had said something to me. So Orlando, I've known for God knows how long. I don't even remember how long we've been in life. He's a boxer. He owns Elite Fitness Boxing. Unbelievable, great guy. There isn't one person you'll ever meet they'll say anything bad about him. He deserves every moment, and I got mad love and respect for him. But one of the things that you just said to me, so I also try to sponsor out people from Boston.
Yep.
Because this is us. We're mass,
Yep.
right? Quote unquote mass holes.
Yes.
And what I always hate is instead of us helping each other, we go outside of our community. Instead of helping people inside this community
your
grow,
neighbor. Yeah.
yep, and say, you know what, this dude's from Boston. I'm gonna hit him up. I want to listen to him. I want to promote him. This,
Yeah.
this is great music. Orlando had said something to me. So Orlando took off to Vegas.
Mhm.
Blew up in Vegas. Literally blew up in Vegas.
With
And-
fighting.
No. He's older now. He
Yeah.
doesn't fight. So he markets out blocks and stuff.
Oh,
he
yeah,
has
promoting
he has
stuff.
his own apparel.
Yep.
He has gloves, headgear.
Yeah.
Incredible. He gave me a set of gloves here live on air. Oh my God, the
Wow.
best mitts I've ever been. I was like incredible. I don't even know where he gets them manufactured. Unbelievable. And I've had many gloves and best. I'm not even trying to. It's my boy, mad love, family. Best gloves I've ever had on. But one of the things he said to me, which you kind of just ticked me on, he said, you know what? I've realized Massachusetts in its own are all just haters.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by your friends that hate you. You're surrounded by everyone else that never wants to keep you elevating. They want to keep bringing you. He said when he took off to Vegas, he started as a waiter. He met these waiters. The waiter says, "What are you here to do?" Basically said, "Well, I'm here to work like everybody else." They said, "No, no, no, we don't do that here." They said, "We bust our ass, we buy real estate properties, and we keep building ourselves. We take money that's being handed to us and we build ourselves." Orlando became very successful in Vegas, very successful. So it was very strange to hear him say, "I took off to Vegas where it runs 24 hours a day, and I became more successful in there because no one wanted to see anyone sink."
Yeah.
They kept trying to elevate you above. Even every new person, it didn't matter, they didn't know you. They came up, introduced, because they called it the bottom ground.
Yeah.
Where
Well, you got to
no,
be in an environment like that where everyone's trying to go forward and bring something up.
no, here's the problem. I think you're miscommunicating that.
Yeah.
We need to be, you don't pick your environment. This
Yeah.
whole place
Yeah.
should
that's
be
true.
this environment.
Yeah.
Because we're all in this game together.
100%.
We all are walking this area and this thing. Here's how I'll take it to for you to understand. You go to a Patriots game.
Yep.
Out of the state. You're there, Patriots gear on and everything. Something breaks out. Whose side are you on?
That's.
Isn't it funny how we all multiply to each other and hang out and respect each other? But then when we get back home, if we're at a Patriots game, we're fighting each other. We're saying, "Oh, you know, freaking Brady, fuck, blah, blah, so screw you, come on." You know, it's like here, it's a different venue. But if we're all in a different state, it's a different vibe. Oh, you're from Mass. I remember going on a cruise, and people are like, "Where you from?" I'm like, "Boston." "Oh, me too, blah, blah, blah." But guess what? When we got off that boat, everybody went their own way.
Yeah.
So
Mookie Betts talked about that because he said compared to playing in Boston and LA, he goes, if you lose a big game in Boston, you'll hear so much shit from everybody. And then in LA, if you lose a game, like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Tomorrow you'll get it." There's more positivity, uplifting.
Yes.
Because it's here in Boston, it's like, "Fuck you, you lost my parlay." And just like, we should trade you. It's just, I just think that's our nature out here. And I mean, you can try to change it, but I just think, like I said, you got to understand what it is and take it for what it is and just learn how to adapt through that.
And nothing to take it away from you. You don't come from an area where you're going to deal with that much jive and bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I know you're in the city a lot. You're always roaming around. You do the Boston thing. You do your thing. You do your Greece thing. You do your Italy thing. You're a world traveling now, Australia. You know, but isn't it embarrassing where you go to other states and other countries and you got your beat pumping and people literally would go, "Guarantee it, if I play beat people out of this state," people are like, "Who's that?"
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "Oh, it's my boy. You know, check out his music." Guarantee they jump right on and follow you. I'm having people follow me from Mexico faster than I had my own friend. "Oh yeah, bro, I gotta hit you." Isn't it like, it doesn't piss you off, but it kind of like, it makes you laugh, right?
Yeah, I mean, it did piss me off at first, but then it's just like what I said earlier, realizing that those people that already knew you are never gonna want to look at you in that light. Like, they might already have a conception of who you are in their head, and if you're trying to venture off from that, they're more comfortable thinking of you right there, or they might even be their own personal insecurity, because if they're staying here and you're elevating up, they want to close that gap and try to bring you closer to them, because they might feel like, "Oh, you're making so much progress in your life, and meanwhile I've been stagnant." And that's, I think it's everyone's personal, where you got to be comfortable with yourself, because to give a compliment, you have to be comfortable with yourself. And if most, like, the hate and people not supporting, I feel it comes from people that are jealous from you taking that leap and really doing something that you want to do, and that they don't either have the balls to do it nor the confidence. So I just look at it like that. It's not really, I don't look at it as my fault anymore. I look at it as that person just needs to be more confident and comfortable with themselves to then want to give a compliment and like want to see someone do well, because I support everyone that's trying to do something, because I'm trying to do something. Absolutely. And I just think that's how it should be. But if you're not doing anything and you've been stagnant and you're just sitting there running in circles, you're going to be pissed if someone keeps progressing and meanwhile you're doing nothing. So I understand why that person thinks like that and does that, but I don't think that's the proper way to be. And I think that's why they're running in circles and they're not progressing, because their mindset.
I love it. One thing I can say, Joey, is this: I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay. I would love for you to play a send off while we're saying goodbye, but also I would like for you to give yourself a shout out onto this. So a lot of viewers picked this up afterwards, and I know a lot of viewers were on Facebook too. I want them to follow you. Hey, listen, I'd appreciate it. all kidding aside, Joey became very close. He's like family to me. I've known him for a long time now. You guys can give him a shout out, give him a moment, follow him. Like I say, tell your friends to click on me, click on him, help us move forward. Because listen, obviously, for a lot of years that known me, I've been the same guy. There's nothing that changes who I am. I'm a non-filtered person. I've always been this way. It is what it is.
But that's what I think makes people love you, is because you're natural yourself. You're not fake. You're not a phony. You're real all the time. And I think
I appreciate
that's something that I think everyone should aspire to be like, because you can tell when someone's bullshitting you, someone's putting on a persona, they're faking, or they're doing stuff. And when you're real, I think that's when you receive the most love and the best love, because you know it's genuine.
No, I appreciate that. But Joey, this is your moment. I want you to give a little sound off. I want you to turn around, play some tunes. I want people to hear it. Give me something new. Well, give me something. I don't want to hear that last song. Give me something.
This one. This is more of an upbeat.
Let me go to Facebook. Listen, everybody on Facebook, thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Jimmy, thanks, my local boy.
Automatic.
What's up, my man?
Like this in my 12? Come on.
Bro, if I was doing ecstasy right now, it would be a done deal. It would be a done deal.
Come on.
Listen, everyone, thank you so much for following. So, Joey, how do we hear you?
So, I'm Beats by JV3 on TikTok, Joe Bevere on Instagram, and I'm JV3 on every platform. Spotify, Apple Music.
Joey, tell them how to spell your last name.
Bevere, like Revere, but with a B. Bevere.
There you go. Thank you, everybody in Facebook. Mad love and respect. Catch the show tomorrow. I'll be posting it. Tomorrow, I don't know. A friend of mine, Cece, wanted me to talk about afterlife and things that I went through. I'm trying to debate if I want to sadden that moment. But we're going to see. But mad love and respect. So get ready for my post later on to see what I'll be talking about. Joey, thank you so much, brother. So listen, I'm clocking off over here on Security Tales. Thank you, people. As always, catch me mañana. I am going to be there. I might be talking crap about Michael Wong, who tends to be freaking texting to Joey Bevere when he's supposed to be working.
Yes.
But mad love, mad respect. See you mañana. Get ready for the post tomorrow. I will show you. We will see what I'll be speaking on. Ciao for now.
Bye, everybody.